Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join us in singing O Canada? Please be seated. Welcome to the 50th anniversary celebrations of Royal Purple Gladstone Lodge number 119. My name is Edna Roberts, and I have the privilege of serving as Honoured Royal Lady for our lodge for this very special year, and as your MC for this evening. I'd like to start with a few introductions. Joining me at the head table tonight, our exalted ruler of the Gladstone Elks, Brother Danny Novak. From Elkhorn, Manitoba, and representing the Provincial Elks Association, Brother Jim Shackle. President of the Manitoba Royal Purple Association, Lady Wendy Shackle. Representing Supreme Honoured Royal Lady Mary Ann McMillan, past Supreme Honoured Royal Lady Grace Blair. Royal Purple District Deputy, Lady Marge Seuss. And her husband, Brother Joe Seuss. And representing District Deputy Tom Otto, who's out combining tonight, which we understand why he's absent, is Brother Herman Hofer and his wife, Rosemary Hofer. There, I didn't do it. I didn't call you Verna, Rosemary. Sitting at the center table are the Mayor of Gladstone, Catherine Smith, the Reeve of the RM of Westburn, Ed Stroder, and his wife, Nora Stroder, and three of our charter members, past District Deputy Bert Cook, past Honoured Royal Lady Phyllis Bjarnason, past Honoured Royal Lady Lois Reed, and her husband, Brother Harry Reed. Thank you. I'd like to call on our Lodge's chaplain, Lady Louise Shelestinsky, to say grace.
Our Father, we thank you for your many blessings. We thank you for the principles of Royal Purple, which unite us in the bonds of justice, charity, love, and fidelity. Let us continue to aid and help others. We ask your blessings of this food. May it strengthen our bodies to do your will. Amen.
Now for the big decision of who's going to eat first. First, the center table, then the head table, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is number 1 because my mom and dad are sitting here. Hello, everybody. You have to listen to me talk again for a little while. I'd like to call on the charter members to please come forward to cut the anniversary cake, please. Oh, no, you can all hold hands for a little bit, eh? That'll be good. I'm going to read a short history of our lodge. For 50 years, there's no way we could cover it all in one evening. This history was prepared by one of our charter members, Bert Cook. On October 18, 1949, the institution of Gladstone Lodge No. 119, Order of the Royal Purple Auxiliary to the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, took place in the banquet room of Dewar's Cafe in Gladstone. District Deputy Supreme Honoured Royal Lady Marion Gable and officers of Portage Lodge No. 66 conducted the ceremonies. It is worthy to note at this time that 6 of the charter members are still within our membership today, namely Mona McRae, Mary Dewar, Lois Reed, Phyllis Bjarnason, Roberta Cook, and Isabel Wilson. In 1950, 8 more ladies were initiated into our lodge, 2 of whom are still in our lodge, Ione Skanderbeg and Lily Humes. It would be remiss not to recognize these 2 ladies for their many years of service. The first slate of officers were Honoured Royal Lady Mary Lou Millions, Associate Royal Lady Frances Stewart, Loyal Lady Mona McRae, Lecturing Lady Grace Persh, Secretary Mary Dewar, Treasurer Lois Reed, Chaplain Peggy Morton, Conductress Roberta Cook, Inner Guard Phyllis Lackey Bjarnason, Outer Guard Daisy Pelekety, Trustees Frida Hare, Frances Reed, and Eleanor Hyman. Historian Marjorie Denslow. Pianist Frances Persh. Degree Team Elizabeth Bergson, Dorothy MacDonald Stevens, Isabel Wilson, and Vi Austin. The first meetings were held in Dewar's Cafe banquet room prior to moving to the town hall. The next move was to a larger area above the McLeod store, which our brother Elks renovated to accommodate meetings and social functions. The entrance was up the fire escape, a long flight of stairs, then through the outside door into a vacant area, finally reaching the main door to our hall. They arrived for a meeting one night, and the inside entrance lights had burnt out and hadn't been replaced. Nevertheless, they did not complain too much. They were only too happy to have their own meeting place. This was probably only one of the early hardships they encountered. A few years passed before a committee of Elks and Purple met and decided it would be nice to have a building of their own. The decision was to start a building fund with special fundraising events, and the money realized to be put into a joint building account. A committee of Elks and Purples was formed, consisting of Ray Hamill, Malcolm Graham, Bill Jones, Howard Cook, Frank Hamill, Jesse Mustard, Lily Holmes, and Bert Cook, to meet with Mr. Crawford to arrange for the purchase of Kennedy Meat Market in January of 1963. Many renovations were needed, but with many hard-working hands, the building was renovated to a hall with a kitchen in the basement, complete with a dumbwaiter. Since then, a new kitchen has been added with up-to-date facilities. In December 1964, the building was paid for, and the burning of the mortgage was a very happy occasion on March 29, 1965. Ways and Means Committees were formed to plan fundraising events to operate and meet obligations. These consisted of various raffles, teas, and bake sales, and catering, some of which are still our projects today. Our lodge has sponsored 4-H clubs, supplied uniforms and equipment to Girls' Ball, financial support to local figure skating club in Gladstone Arena, provides a bursary to a WMCI graduating student, supports the WMCI yearbook, Kinsman Calendar Project, has donated a trophy to the local Music and Arts Festival, awards cash prizes to the top 3 winners at the local level in the Elks and Royal Purple essay and poster contest, donates to the local daycare, fire department, palliative care, family room at Third Crossing Manor, helps send students on educational trips, wheelchair rugby to the world, fire and tornado victims, Gladstone Hospital Children's Ward. We have donated a bird feeder and a flower stand to Third Crossing Manor. We provide a flower bed at Williams Park each year and sponsor a flower category at the local fair. We remember the aged and sick and shut-ins at Christmas, 50th anniversaries in our region, and contribute to many charitable organizations, community projects, and the Terry Fox Run. Each year we give financial support to our national charity, the Elks and Royal Purple Fund for Children. A Tag Day is held in May for the Elks and Royal Purple Hearing and Speech Month in Canada to assist with deaf detection and development programs. We were one of the first lodges to help the traveling hearing van in the district. Along with our brother Elks, we hosted the Provincial Walkathon in 1994 and also hosted the first Joints Elks and Royal Purple Conference in 1998. Curlers, Jean Cook, Leslie Bowden, Jean Graham, and Louise Shelestinsky were the first provincial Royal Purple curling champions in 1999 at Souris, going on to Red Deer, Alberta for the national. Inter-lodge visits held each year are district meetings, the Travel with Gavel, and Friendship Day, a real fun day with our sister lodges. Each year we attend the Remembrance Day service at the local Legion branch. On the first Sunday in May, we join with our brother Elks to attend one of our local church services. On Royal Purple Day in June, we visit the local hospital with gifts for the patients, visit the cemetery with flowers for the graves of our departed sisters and brother Elks, and visit our sisters at Third Crossing Manor. Each year we host the May birthday party at Third Crossing Manor, honoring the residents with May birthdays. In the late 50s, we had refreshment booths at the annual school field day sponsored by the Elks. Our lodge presented a cup to school judge, best in marching, and for the winner of dodgeball. The parade was a delight to see with the children and teachers in colorful school uniforms and banners. In 1957, when Gladstone celebrated their 75th anniversary, our lodge took charge of the dances for 4 nights, from which a nice profit was realized for the pageant. We also entered a float in the parade with the Elks and were awarded second prize in organizational class. We still continue to enter floats each year in the Christmas and fair parades. Some of you remember the blizzard in 1953, May, when you got storm stayed in Brandon while they were attending a district meeting. Members were billeted for the night and by morning were able to return home. How thrilled we were to win the floor work competition of the OORP drill at this district meeting. Throughout the past years, our lodge has been saddened by the loss of the following valued members: Daisy Pelekety, Pearl Clayton, Kathleen Boyd, Bernice Hanna, Past Honored Royal Lady Margaret Hillman, Elsie Zato, Past Honored Royal Lady Adele Tester, Frances Persh, Jessie Mustard, and Past Honored Royal Lady Martha Smith. Fondest memories of them will always remain in our hearts. The following members held the office of District Deputy: Mary Lou Millions, 1952 to 1953, Ione Skanderbeg, 1954 to 55, Roberta Cook, 1962 to 63, Jessie Mustard, 1970 to 71, Grace Blair, 1976 to 78, 1985 to 86, 1990 to 91, and Joan Enns, from 1995 to 97. Grace Blair served through the various Supreme Lodge offices and was installed to the office of Supreme Honored Royal Lady in 1995 at Grand Prairie, Alberta, assisted by a Manitoba drill team. In 1996, Grace presided over the Supreme Convention in Brandon, Manitoba. On November 4th, 1989, our members, along with former members, Brother Elks and guests, attended a dinner and dance in the Legion Hall to celebrate the 75th anniversary of Royal Purple in Canada and the 40th anniversary of Gladstone Lodge number 119. 40-year pins were presented to charter members. An anniversary cake made by Grace Blair was cut by Honored Royal Lady Joan Enns and Exalted Ruler Tom Otto. Looking back on the past 50 years, we can truthfully say we are proud to be members of the Royal Purple. Let us to endeavour to uphold our principles, justice, charity, love, and fidelity as we go forward into the new millennium. Thank you. Bert, that was really good. As you can see, we're having dessert served as I talk. After hearing the history of our lodge, I think it would be appropriate to toast the charter members for all their contribution over their years. These hard-working, fun-loving ladies are the reason our lodge is celebrating 50 years of serving our community. Please join me in toasting them, the charter members. Okay, I'll give our head table a few minutes to have their dessert, and then we can start with our guest speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start with our guest speakers. I'd like to call on the Mayor of Gladstone, Catherine Smith.
Head table guests, ladies and gentlemen, ladies of the Gladstone Royal Purple, number 119. Thank you for inviting me tonight to bring greetings on behalf of the town of Gladstone. It is a pleasure. I find it interesting to know that only in Canada was a charter granted to the Elks in Royal Purple by King George V, and that the age of the youngest ladies to join was 16 years of age. I was also interested to know that the person who designed your organization's pin for the year 2000 from all of Canada was from Nipawin. In Gladstone and area, we have had the Royal Purple for 50 years. That in itself is an achievement. The project that you have been most involved with has been so beneficial to many school children. It is well known that you have worked hard and provided funding for the hearing tests. One other project that you have worked toward is your Purple Cross Fund. We as town and community have received many donations from your organization through the years. When we pay tribute to the branch of the Royal Purple, we remember the many delicious meals that you have catered to. I especially remember one that you catered to on February 23rd, 1979. It was my parents' 60th wedding anniversary. One of your roasted turkeys got storm-stayed in the country. The lady in charge of the catering, Lady Grace, did a beautiful job of coming through with enough food, and I'm sure that although we were supposed to be short, none of us knew that it had happened. And as your reputation for providing good meals is still intact, I think it's okay to tell that now. So on behalf of the town of Gladstone, thank you. We congratulate you on your 50th anniversary, and we extend every good wish for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Next, I'd like to call on the Reeve of the RM of Westburn, Mr. Ed Stroder.
Good evening, everybody. As you can see, I came well prepared with my speech written beforehand. Lady Edna, Supreme Lodge officers, provincial officers, charter members, ladies of the Royal Purple, head table guests, and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank you very much for inviting Nora and I to participate in this milestone for your organization this evening. Being a member of the Elks Lodge, I consider it an honor to be here tonight and share this evening with you. I'd like to congratulate the charter members on your dedication and your foresight back in 1949 to start this lodge in Gladstone. I think your dedication to the community has been very well recognized, and I'm sure that it's going to carry on for years to come. My wish for your organization is that our successors will be able to celebrate other milestones like this in years down the road. And that's about all I want to say tonight, because I know there's a lady at the head table that told me I had to behave, and I think she really wants to speak to you a little bit later. So, Lady Edna, if you'd come forward, I have a small token of recognition from our municipality that I'd like to present to you on behalf of the ratepayers and the Council of the RM of Westburn. And I'll just read it to you. It just says very simply, this certificate is presented to the Gladstone Royal Purple number 119 in recognition of their 50th anniversary. So, congratulations, Edna.
Thanks, Ed.
Hope you hang that up in your lodge. And I'll give you that for me.
Thank you.
Okay? Thanks. Good night.
Thank you very much, Ed. Next, I'd like to call on Gladstone Lodge Exalted Ruler, Danny Novak.
Thank you, Honored Lady Edna Roberts, past Supreme Lodge officers, provincial officers, ladies of the Royal Purple, Brother Elks, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the Royal Purple for inviting me to your function here tonight, 50th anniversary. I know it takes dedication and hard work to reach this milestone, and we certainly know that you have a proud history in Gladstone, and we know that you'll keep keep your effort up in the years to come. Honored Royal Lady Edna, I'd like to make a presentation from the Gladstone Elks Lodge. It's presented to the Royal Purple 119 from Gladstone Elks. Congratulations on celebrating your 50th anniversary. And best wishes in the years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. I'm sure these two plaques will find a place of honor in our lodge. I'd next like to call on Brother Herman Hofer, who's representing our district deputy, Tom Otto.
Head table guests and friends. It gives me pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of our district deputy, Brother Otto, who is out there right now combining where he should be, after I tell him about the good meal he missed. It's very ironic. I see here Mary Lou Millions was your first honored royal lady. I still have her house. So all good things come. Anyway, I do bring greetings on behalf of the district, and our district is from Portage, Langruth, Gladstone, and Winnipeg, and also from the Grand Lodge. They send their greetings and the milestone that you have reached in the 50 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Herman. I'm sure Tom will be very jealous when he hears how good the supper was. I'd like to call on Brother Jim Shackle from the Provincial Elks Association.
Head table guests, ladies of the Royal Purple, and Elk members. I'd like to bring greetings on behalf of the Manitoba Elks Association and our president, Brother Keith Wadham from Verdon, Manitoba. 50 years is a long time. In fact, we were standing back in the corner there waiting to be seated, and some of us said, oh, that's only 2 more years that I have, or 12 years more than, well, I say I'm 62, so that was 12 years, and you people were already formed as a lodge. And I would just like to thank you very much. And Lady Edna said that she wanted to be very proud of her chartered members. And so should the community of Gladstone and surrounding area be proud not only of the charter members, but all Royal Purple members of Gladstone Lodge. You have done a tremendous job for your community. I know that you're going to keep it up, and may you have many, many, many more anniversaries. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. I'd like to call on Royal Purple's District Deputy, Lady Marge Seuss.
Ladies of the Royal Purple, guests and visitors. On behalf of the Supreme Honored Royal Lady Macmillan, I bring you greetings from Supreme Lodge. Congratulations for 50 years of hard work and fun times. And congratulations to the life members. I know in 50 years you haven't had all fun, and I know there are times that you have just about given up, but you kept on going. So congratulations on that, because we've been married for 40 years, and I know we had hard times, so everything isn't all fun. But we're still at it. Another 10 years, it'll be 50, if you can put up with me for that long. And a special thanks for inviting Joe and myself to celebrate these festivities tonight. I have been to a few others here, and we've always had lots of fun. And also, I'm going to bring greetings from Langruth Lodge, number 162. There's nobody here from that lodge but me, so I have to bring greetings. And I hope you have many, many more years of Purple Gum. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge. Now I'd like to call on the President of the Manitoba Royal Purple Association, Lady Wendy Shackle.
Thank you, Lady Edna. Ladies of the Royal Purple, Brother Elks, and guests, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to bring greetings from the Manitoba Royal Purple Association and all our executive members. We're not near as old as your lodge, but we're hoping that we're still around in 50 years. It's such a milestone to reach 50 years, and I'm sure that everyone in Gladstone knows of the work that you have done in your community. When you think about it, the time that you started, the world was just picking up the pieces after the war, and probably lots of people were still kind of reeling from the Depression. But there's always something, some need in the world that we can help to fill, and some need in our communities. And there's always a crisis somewhere. We face a lot of challenges. Our order has changed an awful lot. I'm sure you've seen many, many changes in 50 years. And we face the challenge now of membership. But I think in a community like yours, and the people have seen what you've done, I'm sure you'll have no problem being here for another 50 years. I'd like to thank you so much for inviting me and my husband to join you for supper tonight. It's been wonderful, and meeting everyone and visiting with your charter members this afternoon was really very nice. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to call on past Supreme Honored Royal Lady, Grace Blair.
distinguished guests, charter members, ladies of Royal Purple, Brother Elks, and visitors. I could say ditto and sit down, but you all know me and I won't. I'd like to thank you all for coming here to help us celebrate this very special occasion. We've had a lot of fun in the last while, and I think getting ready for something like this, the best part of it is getting ready for it and all the special things that you do and the history that you read and the reminiscing that you do. And the presentation that Edna read that Bert had put together for us, what a lot of memories it brought back. And last night when we were preparing for this evening, I had brought my granddaughter with me. So that brought back memories, and we were talking about how we used to cater when we all had all our children. And I said, well, yeah, like used to bring 5 kids to all the field days. Some of them were out running and some of them were under the counter. And last night, had this little girl just running and putting everything out, and she said, oh yeah, my mom used to do this when she was my age. But that is what has kept us going this long, is all the help that we receive, and the children benefit by it. They remember and they are happy with us. One of the things that, when I was going through some of the books, I came across a verse in one of our district meetings. And I'm not sure if it's for you or for us or for everybody, but it's called a Royal Purple Wish. To make the time for the things we've planned and strength for the tasks we have at hand, with hope to sustain us day by day, with laughter and sunshine all the way, wisdom to guide and light to lead, courage and faith in times of need, health never failing, sisters to bless, and love to complete our happiness, to do what we can to scatter cheer, to enjoy one another as we meet here, to speak in kindness and now and then give service to others as best we can. And I think that that's what we have been able to do over the last 50 years. And indeed, I think across Canada in the last, since the Royal Purple were instituted in 1914. Catherine had given you some of the history of it. The Elks and Royal Purple first started by a group of prominent businessmen in Vancouver, doctors and lawyers and the different business people who thought that there was a need to help children in their community. So they started to do these good works. Well, they soon found out that they couldn't do it by themselves. Of course, behind every good man, there's a better woman. So that's what they did. They encouraged their women to help them. Well, it only took the women 2 years to realize that they were being had, so they thought, well, we may as well form our own organization, get our own recognition. So that was when the Royal Purple were instituted under the charter of the Elks. And there has been a really good relationship between the Elks and the Royal Purple through the years. In fact, the Elks have been so good that they've invited the Royal Purple to join them. We haven't reciprocated yet. And I think the thought behind that, and we've often spoke about that many times, is family-oriented organizations. The families are going to have to get back to working together, to stay together. So it's a thought, but we still work together and we still love them. On behalf of Marianne McMillan, the Supreme Lodge officers, and all the ladies of the Royal Purple of Canada, I bid you a very deep vote of thanks for all your dedication and hard work, and wish you much happiness in the future of the Royal Purple of Gladstone. And we're so fortunate for those ladies who chose to be the charter members and to bring this organization to Gladstone. Without them, we wouldn't be standing here today with this celebration. We wish you all future endeavors, continued membership, good health and happiness in your lodge. The best is yet to be. The best is never over, and the best has never gone. There's always something lovely to keep you struggling on. There's a compensation for every cross you bear. A secret consolation is hidden somewhere. Ends are new beginnings, as one day you will see. The best is never over. The best is yet to be. And that's our wish for the future of the Royal Purple in Gladstone. Lady Edna, on behalf of the Supreme Lodge and the Royal Purple of Canada, I'd like to present you with this little gift. Use it well. And all the very best. And I look forward to continuing my membership in the Royal Purple in Gladstone.
Thank you, Grace. Could somebody knock on the door and ask the caterers to come out so we can thank them, please? I know what they're feeling right now. We've been through this many times. Why do they want us to come out here? Thank you, ladies, for the lovely meal. It was really good. And I'd also like to thank the Legion Auxiliary for the beautiful floral arrangement that you presented to us. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank everyone for the beautiful flower arrangements tonight. They are gorgeous. I'd also like to thank all my committees for all the work they did. As many of you know, I have been under the weather a bit lately, and they have just taken over and done everything so well. Thank you so much. Now, we'll get on to these charter members again. Earlier today, a few of us visited two of our charter members who are unable to be with us this evening. First, we visited past Honored Royal Lady Isabel Wilson at Third Crossing Manor. Isabel had 34 years perfect attendance at lodge meetings until her health prevented her from attending. She was on our first degree team and has served in all the chairs of the lodge. She was also treasurer and inner guard for many years. Today she enjoys hearing of Royal Purple activities and especially looks forward to May's birthday party at TCM when our lodge hosts. We then visited past Honored Royal Lady Mary Dewar in her home. Mary is a delightful lady. She kept us laughing almost the whole time we were there. And her memory of past events just amazes me. She was the first secretary of our lodge, a position she held for 4.5 years. She then proceeded through the chairs of the lodge. She said in the first years our members were real greenhorns and that the ladies of the Portage Lodge were a great help. Mary said she really missed being part of Royal Purple for the 13 years she spent in the north. I'm sure the ladies of our lodge missed her just as much. Past Honored Royal Lady Mona McRae is another charter member who was unable to attend tonight. Mona and her husband are a couple of Canadian snowbirds who have flown south for the winter. Mona started out in the chair of Loyal Lady when the lodge was formed. She was our third Honored Royal Lady. In the late spring, summer, and early fall months, she is still very active in our lodge. Now, to the three ladies, charter members who are in attendance this evening. Would ladies Grace, Wendy, and Marge please help me make presentations to these ladies? First, I'd like to call on past Honored Royal Lady Lois Reed. If you want to go over here and a bit more room. Lois keeps us all doing our drills and floor work in time to her music. She has held all offices in our lodge except secretary and is still our lodge pianist. She says that belonging to Royal Purple has been a combination of hard work and fun times. She remembers one particular wind-up party. She told me not to tell this, but Lady Burt told me I should. This was a come-as-you-are party. You had to wear what you were wearing when you were called. Lady Lil Holmes called Lois at midnight. So Lois attended in her baby dolls. Congratulations on your 50 years, Lois.
I did have a coat over those pajamas though when I was going out.
Past Honored Royal Lady Phyllis B. Arneson. I'm not going to say anything bad, Phyllis. So. Phyllis has been through all the chairs and was treasurer of our lodge for several years. She remembers in the early years. Now, I think it was the lecturing ladies' chair, was also called the pregnant chair. It seems for 4 years, everyone who was elected to that chair soon became pregnant. Phyllis is a very busy lady who just last month chaired the 60th anniversary celebration of the Legion Ladies Auxiliary. And believe me, I know what a job that is. Congratulations, Phyllis. Congratulations, Phyllis. You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. It was really very nice.
Past District Deputy Bert Cook. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter, they can change them. Trade. Bert is the lady responsible for the history I read earlier. She originally wrote the history for the 40th anniversary and has updated it for the 50th. It will also appear in the Gladstone history book. Bert has been through all the chairs of our lodge and also served as district deputy. She was lodge secretary for over 2 decades and has 35 years perfect attendance. She says the following words describe her to a T. I've seen it all, I've heard it all, I've done it all, I just can't remember it all. Congratulations, Bert. Congratulations, Bert. Thank you. Now we just have a few other little things to do here. You'll notice the herbs on your tables in front of you. We'd like to ask all the ladies to please take them home with you and enjoy them. Okay? I don't think Leslie wants them all back. We'd like to now hold our raffle draws for the quilt and other prizes. Leslie. Where's that ticket? Oh, they're under here. Come here. The quilt was made by 2 of our members, Leslie Bowden and Jean McClarty, and it was quilted by a member's daughter, Jackie Poole. It is beautiful, and I hope I get it. The winner of the quilt is Joyce McCaskill of Gladstone. And the winner of the Father Christmas is Ines Gillies of Portage, I believe. And the winner of the plant hanger, I guess it is Joan Kinley of Gladstone. We'd really like to thank everyone who bought tickets. Just before we have the Queen, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Please take time to look at our history books. They are really interesting in all our displays. And we'll clear the tables and soon be dancing to the music of McCaskill's orchestra. Would you please stand for God Save the Queen?